Okay, hey guys. So we're going to talk about lesson 7 for chapter 8 today. So this will be the last lesson we have for this chapter. So it's surface area of a pyramid. So it's a little bit different than surface area of a prism, which we talked about in the last two videos. So this time we have a formula to use. And it's not a formula that we wrote down for your flashcards. So it's something new to you. So if you want to make a new flashcard, go right ahead. That's not going to be a big deal for you at all. So our formula is big B plus P times fancy L, is what I like to call that, divided by 2. So we need to look and break this down, see what everything means. So we already know big B still means the area of our base. And in the pyramids that you guys are going to see, it's either going to be a square or a rectangular base. So you know, side times side or length times width, either one will work. P stands for the perimeter of your base. Remember, perimeter is when you add the lengths of all of your sides together. Okay, so you're looking for the perimeter for around your base. So for example here, let's say that each side was 3 since it's a square. So it would be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which is 12. Okay, so area, so we're multiplying for big B, adding for perimeter. Okay, so don't forget that. Last is our slant height for fancy L. It's a cursive L, but I like to call it fancy L because it looks a little fancier than the rest of the stuff. So fancy L is right here. So on the examples that you guys are going to see, your slant height is usually highlighted in red. Okay, so it's what it is it's the height of your slant. So as when your pyramid is slanted here, from your base down here at the bottom up to your point. So that's your height. From that's your slant height, fancy L. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at our example that I have for you guys. So we have that side is 4, that side is 4, and our fancy L is 9. So I'm going to go ahead and find each of these letters first before I put it all together. So big B, I know, is the area of my base. So it would be 4 times 4, which is 16. Okay, so there's big B. I've got my big B. So now I'm going to work on my P. I know that perimeter, this is a square at the bottom, so all of my sides are the same. So I'm going to do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, which just so happens to equal 16. Yes, that is the same as your big B in this case. That's not always going to be the same because sometimes your base is going to be a rectangle and all of your sides aren't going to be equal. So just so happens this one is the same. Not always going to be that way though, so don't always look for that. Slant L is 9, or fancy L is 9. They give that to us already. We don't have to do anything to find it. So I'm going to go ahead and find my surface area. So surface area equals big B. I've already found big B. Big B is 16. Plus, I'm going to put this other side over here in parentheses. Okay, that's just so it's easier for me to work with. So I do know that this whole thing on this side is divided by 2. P is 16 in this case, times fancy L, which is 9. Okay, so surface area is going to equal 16 plus, so I need to do this part. So 16 times 9 is 144, divided by 2 is 72. So this whole piece right here that's in those parentheses is 72. So now I need to do this last part. 16 plus 72 gives me a surface area of that pyramid of 88. And that's it. That's all you have to do. So once you find your letters for your formula, you're just plugging them in and calculating. That's all you're doing. So you'll have one practice problem to work on for today's lesson. You'll have 2 independent practice problems for tomorrow. And then after that, we're going to start talking about reviewing and your test because this is your last lesson for this chapter. If you have any questions about this, reach out to me, email me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I do plan on having a Zoom meeting with you guys some point, maybe next week. It might be the next. I'm not really sure right now, but we will have a Zoom meeting at some point. So reach out if you need anything, if you have any questions, or if you just want to chat, you can email me too. I'll be glad to answer anything that you need. So I'll see you guys later. We'll talk about tests in the next video, and see you tomorrow. Bye.